So maybe you're at a phase in your business that you feel like you're coasting, that you've lost a little bit of interest, a little bit of a spark. Maybe you feel your ambition is down. Maybe you're just not as driven. Let's look at that. Let's examine that a little bit. Like, what's actually going on? And you might actually be questioning or dreading the fact that maybe you've come to the end of the road with your current business, that it's just not for you anymore. You've outgrown it. Maybe it was never for you in the first place. Maybe you took it on for the wrong reasons. You're trying to impress somebody. Someone told you it was going to be a good idea, whatever it happens to be. But there is one other opportunity in here, and that is to examine not just what you're doing professionally, but more importantly, how you're doing it. And I want to illustrate that with a really cool, simple story. So I got a phone call, an email was set up, and it was a coaching call from an individual who lived in some beach somewhere in the world, Thailand or somewhere, I'm not sure. Bottom line is, he was coaching people. And his dream and his aspiration was to get to a point where he could live remotely as a nomad anywhere in the world on a beach and have a coaching business that was bringing in a recurring, successful amount of money every month. And yet here he was, having achieved that. He was making good money. He was working with lots of people. He was doing the remote thing. He was on some beach in Thailand. And yet he was on to me going, there's something missing. There's something just off. And I listened to him and I asked questions. And then it came back to, I said, why do you coach? And he said, because I want to make a difference in the world. I want to help people. I want to help people through some of the things that I myself struggled with, etc. So he seemed to be pretty aligned in terms of why he wanted to do it, which is important. And then I asked him, what is the conversation he's bringing into the world in a coaching capacity, which seemed to be pretty aligned. I mean, there was aspects of it, a little bit maybe driven by what he thought people wanted, what he thought he should be delivering, rather than really being a deep, authentic expression of who he was. But there was a little bit misalignment there, but not a lot. And then I said, how do you do it? And he goes, oh, well, it's online. And I said, why? And he goes, well, it's just what I do. And I said, just close your eyes for a second and think about one of the most amazing coaching moments that you've ever had. And you could see him light up. And I go, great. Think about another. And he goes, yeah, I got it. So give me one more. And he goes, yeah, I got it. And I said, all right, open your eyes. Tell me about them. I said, there's this girl in front of me one day, we were chatting, it was a group thing, and then there was this guy another day, and whatever. And he described 2 or 3 situations where he was face-to-face with human beings, either one-to-one or in a group. And I said, so why have you deprived yourself from the very environment that brings you alive? Because I'm lost. Fill me in. What's going on here? I said, you're telling me you're coaching. You're telling me this is what you want to do. But when you describe the joy and the love, it's all face-to-face. It's all in front of a human being. But you've deprived yourself of that opportunity as you build this mobile, remote business. I said, it sounds to me, or it looks to me, or it feels to me like it's not what you're doing, but it's the way in which you're doing it needs to be adjusted. It feels to me like you need to bring in at least some face-to-face so you get that reciprocal exchange of energy, and you get that instant gratification, you get that love and support and energy from other people. And what was astounding is he said to me, he says, I get where you're going, Philip, but I don't think it could be that easy. And my experience is actually the solutions are often very easy, but they're so goddamn simple that we can't see them. They're at the end of our nose and we just cannot see them often. So to me, if you're feeling a little bit lacking in energy, if you're starting to question the very business that you're in, yeah, great, wonderful. But also there's an opportunity to pivot how you're doing something, not necessarily what you're doing. So if you want more videos and you want to join the conversation, go to philipmckernan.com and drop your email in, and we'll send you some really cool exercises that you can do at home, and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Take care. Bye.